Blog Talk Radio.
It's time for ASWIFTT Radio broadcast with Brenda, Padgitt, Eunice Bridges, and Glenda Fields. Sit back and relax with ASWIFTT Radio.
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's show. Country singer Josey Milner stands firm against bullying. This is Brenda Johnson Padgitt, your host here on ASWIFTT Radio. Today on our show, I am joined by teen country singer Josey Milner, who is climbing the music charts with her newly released song, Not Pretty Enough. This song kicked off her anti-bullying campaign with her serving as a national spokesperson for the nonprofit Angels and Doves. Not Pretty Enough is the second most added song in the country radio on New Music Weekly in its first week of release. It has also reached number 23 at New Music Weekly, number 105 at Music Row, and is currently number 6 at Indie World. Josey Milner, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. I was waiting on you. I was almost about to cancel the show, and then I saw you called in, but I'm glad that you were able to get with us. Josey, before we get started, I want to give our listening audience some statistics and what parents can do at home to prevent their kids from being bullied. According to the 2010 bullying statistics, there are about 2.7 million students being bullied each year, by about 2.1 students taking on the role of the bully. On May 4, 2013, Glenda Fields spoke to the issue of bullying on the broadcast What About Our Children on ASWIFTT Radio. She says that parents should observe their children at home, be active in their children's lives, watching all the signs and signals that's given when it comes to bullying. She also says there are signs that children give, such as withdrawing, staying to themselves, and lashing out when they are being bullied. Glenda also says parents should teach their children to be problem solvers when it comes to bullying. She says once they learn problem solving, they can crush and defeat the issue of bullying when it comes their way. It will also help rebuild their self-esteem and teach them not to become confrontational or bullies themselves. Glenda also covers what can be done at school and in the community about bullying on ASWIFTT Radio broadcast, What About Our Children? Now, Josey, what was your motivation to get involved with the issue of bullying?
Well, I'm going to be a senior in high school, and so bullying is kind of something that I've seen almost every day when I go to school. It's, whenever I see it, it breaks my heart. I just don't understand why people have to have the audacity to do something like that. And so I've always been that person to step up if I've seen it. And so, whenever I got into my music career and I released Not Pretty Enough, it just kind of all fit together really well. And I became the spokesperson for Angels and Doves, which is a national bullying organization. And so with them, I'm actually going to be going around talking to schools about bullying and try to raise awareness for it. And so, everything just really fit together. I loved what they were doing. They loved my music. And for me to be able to kind of take a stand on my own about it, it just all works.
Okay, that's a good reason. Okay, now also, Josey, as a teenager, what are some reasons some teenagers take on the role of bullying? What are some reasons you think they start bullying other kids?
I think a lot of it might have to do with their home life. Maybe they don't feel like they're really cared for at home, or they just have a lot of problems at home that they don't know how to deal with. And others, I just think it's to make themselves feel better about, maybe them thinking of someone else, making someone else feel smaller than they are, helps them feel better about themselves. So there's really quite a bit that has been found that really makes a bully want to bully someone else, the factors that go into it.
Okay. Now, also, why do you think some teenagers allow themselves to quietly be bullied and they don't reach out for help?
I think it's kind of one of the things where they don't really know if anyone's going to be there for them, and they don't think anyone's going to try to help them. And that's really hard to hear too, because there's always going to be someone there behind you trying to help you out and back you up whenever you need someone. And that's one thing that people have to know is you need to tell someone. You're not able to deal with that on your own. You have to tell a teacher or another student or your parents or someone, because the problem's not going to go away if you just keep quiet about it. You have to tell someone about it and try to get help for it.
Okay. And you're absolutely right. They should tell a teacher or someone, or their parents, they should tell an adult that they are being bullied. And I know all too well because I'm a teacher myself. And when the kids tell me that someone is picking on them or whatever, I take care of it immediately. Also, Josey, as an anti-bullying advocate, what message do you give throughout your anti-bullying campaign to students? When you go to schools, what message do you deliver to students in your anti-bullying campaign?
What I like to say is everyone is equal. No one should be treated less or better than anyone else. We're all the same. We're all human. We all breathe the same air. And so it's just kind of we all need to be treated equal. There's no reason for someone to pick on someone else because they look different or because they act different or they do different things. We all just have different interests and different things that make us happy. And so as long as someone's happy, there's no need to pick on them or say, hey, you're weird or any of that. It's nonsense. There's things that make you happy that other people might not think is normal. But like I said, we're all different, but we're all human.
Okay. Now, Josey, have you known anyone personally who was being bullied, and what advice would you give to someone who is being bullied right now?
I have. I've actually had a couple of friends at school who have been bullied, and then, it's just one of the things of, hey, talk to someone about it, let them know so they can help you. And I've actually, within the past couple months, my song's really been doing good. I've had people contacting me and telling me how much support they have for me because of what my song stands for, and they've actually had either children or students or whoever that they've known who's been bullied, who they really admire me for going out and doing this because it is something that needs to be dealt with, and so they really appreciate me going out and trying to help with it. And so like I said, you can't keep it to yourself. You can't keep quiet. You need to talk to someone about it, and talk to a counselor, to your parents, or to a teacher, or to even a friend that you really trust, and get it dealt with, and get things so you're better off.
Okay. Now, Josey, I understand that you have a new release called Not Pretty Enough, which kicked off your anti-bullying campaign. Can you give us some more information on why you chose to sing this song?
Yeah, Not Pretty Enough is a song that my manager, Michael, found. He thought it would be a very good one for me to do, so he sent it over to me, and pretty much as soon as I heard it, I loved it, especially the lyrics behind it and what it stood for and the meaning behind it. And so I decided to go in the studio and do my own version of it. And once it was released, people pretty much grabbed a hold of it just like I did. They really grasped the meaning behind it and what it stood for. And so that song has taken off. It's been so good for me in my career. I'm so proud to be able to say that it's a song that I've done.
Okay. Well, thank you, Josey, for that response. We will now listen to Not Pretty Enough by teen country singer Josey Milner.
Am I not pretty enough? Is my heart too broken? Do I cry too much? Am I too outspoken? Don't it make you laugh? Should I try it harder? Why do you see right through me? Vibrate.
Welcome back to country singer Josey Milner stands firm against bullying here on ASWIFTT Radio. I'm Brenda Johnson Padgitt, your host, along with teen country singer Josey Milner. We're discussing the issue of bullying. You just listened to the song Not Pretty Enough by teen country singer Josey Milner. Not Pretty Enough kicked off her anti-bullying campaign to bring awareness to parents and students. Josey, tell us more about your nonprofit, Angels and Doves.
Yeah, Angels and Doves is a nationwide nonprofit charity that is focused on preventing bullying suicides. And they're from Indianapolis, Indiana, and they travel all over to speak to schools. And since I became a spokesperson for them, I'm helping them spreading the word about bullying. And, with being with my music, it really helps out, too. People always listen to music, so with it being mixed with my music, it works really well. And Angels and Doves is trying to relay the message of bullying through music. And if anyone wants to learn more about them, just go to angelsanddoves.com. And you can also donate there. They are a nonprofit, and so they accept any kind of donations anyone's willing to give. And if for people to bring them to your schools, definitely go make a donation. Woo! And they can come have a presentation at your school, and I'll be there as well to have a concert. And, they're just a really great organization. I'm so proud to be able to be part of them and to be helping them out as much as I can.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I was going to ask you to give the information, and you did, on how people can support the organization and also contribute. Now, also, during this last segment of the show, I would give you, our listening audience, time to call in to express your thoughts and ask questions. Our call-in number is area code 347-633-9633. While you are contemplating your thoughts, here is Walking After Midnight, sung by Josey Milner.
I go walking after midnight, out into moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway, well that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stop to see a weeping willow, crying on pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies seem gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go on walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere I'm walking after midnight, searching for me. I stop to see a weeping willow, crying on pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies seem gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere I'm walking after midnight, searching for me.
Welcome back to country singer Josey Milner stands firm against bullying on ASWIFTT Radio. I'm Brenda Johnson Padgitt, your host. You still have time to call in to express your thoughts about today's show. Our call-in number is 347-633-9633. Now, Josey, did you have anything else you wanted to add about your music or your anti-bullying campaign?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw out my website so you can get a hold of me. If anyone wants to find out anything about me, just go to joseymilner.com, EYMILNER. And there you can see pictures where I'm going to be at next, listen to my music and all that fun stuff. I also have a link to all my other social media. I have my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, my Instagram, and as well as my Reformation. And I'm on iTunes, and so I have Not Pretty Enough and Dead Flower for sale on iTunes, if you want to go check it out there. And as well as iTunes, I'm selling a CD for $5, and for every CD I sell, I'm donating $1 of the proceeds to Angels and Doves to help them out as much as I can as well. So I'm a little bit of everything.
Okay. Well, thank you, Josey.
Our show has now come to a close. If you still have questions concerning the information presented, you can email those questions to ASWIFTT Radio. I hope you enjoyed listening to country singer Josey Milner stands firm against bullying. Continue to check www.aswiftradio.com for upcoming shows, or you can call us direct at 1-800-775-2708 extension 3060. You can also email us at news@aswiftradio.com to give us your feedback on the show. Thank you for tuning in and listening to our show. This is Brenda Johnson Padgitt here on ASWIFTT Radio.